Jake Jennings. Jake?
Hey, James. Just wanted to ask, Stetson's gotten a lot of criticism this year. Sorry, I just got muted again. He seemed to have done a pretty good job kind of not listening to the noise and staying focused. Even heard that he's had a flip phone, which might play into that a little bit. But I wanted to ask you what you can say about your quarterback's focus and poise in those situations where some people don't believe in him.
I mean, he just kind of ignore it and just block it out and just kind of work every day to lead us to a national championship. That's what he's been doing all year and all season long.
Next will be Chip Towers. Chip?
Hey, James, how are you?
I'm good.
If I'm not mistaken, you have played for three different offensive coordinators while you've been at Georgia. And I just wonder if you could sort of give us some perspective on what it's like to play for Todd Monken. What's maybe different about him?
I mean, what's different about him, he want all the little details right. Like, he don't want no, like, he want to be running the route on air. He wanted to be perfect. Like make it game like, because in the game, if you get this look, he wants you to make it like you in the game. So that's what's kind of different about him, because he was in the NFL, I guess, probably, and they do a lot of things different. So, yeah, just about the little details and things like that.
Thank you.
Next will be Zachary Braziler. Zach?
Hey, James. Wanted to ask you kind of a two-parter. First, what was it like, sitting out the bowl game last year and then seeing your position coach with your jersey number? I'm sure that was emotional and very difficult. And then the part two of that is, as you're getting ready for this game, I mean, how much is your father kind of on your mind?
I mean, I try not to think about that as much. But I mean, him wearing my jersey last year, that was special. And I appreciate it from the whole Georgia staff, everybody around here who texted me and gave me encouraging words. And I mean, just everybody around here just made me feel special. So, I mean, yeah.
How much did that factor in, deciding to come back to try to win a national championship? How big was that?
I mean, that was big because I had something to work for. And why I came back is because I never been to a national championship. So I just wanted to be different and come back.
Next will be Steve Coroner. Steve?
I'm working on a story on Brock Bowers. When I mention the name Brock Bowers to you, what comes to your mind?
Oh, he just put his head down and work. Don't really say too much. Give you all he got on the field. And I mean, just a great brother and a great teammate.
Next will be Lance McCurley.
Hey, James, I don't know if we asked you this the other night. I wasn't in on that interview, but how many times did y'all run that pass with that trick play with Kenny, halfback pass? And were any other running backs considered in that decision, you or Dejan or Zeus?
Oh, no, that's his play. We worked on it all week leading up to the game, and we ran it in the game. So, yeah.
All right. Next will be Daniel Tortora.
James, just what you can say about your relationship with your brother and what type of conversation you have going into a game like this, with him obviously excelling at the running back craft as well.
I mean, he really just tell me to stay locked in all year ready and get what I deserve, get what I deserve, and that's where I'm at now. So he just tell me just keep working, and my time gonna come, and my time here. So I gotta make the most of it because you only get one of these opportunities, and as you can say, this is my last one. So I gotta make the most of it.
Next is Mike Griffith. Mike?
Yeah, apologize that mute came up late. We've seen at times Georgia backs maybe not get into a rhythm. There's so much substituting, and I know Zamir gets the bulk of the carries. You seem to have found a way to flip that switch pretty quickly when you get in the game. Is that something you have to learn as a running back? Because we hear so much about the need to get rhythm, and yet they put you in there, and you're kind of like the microwave heating up fast.
I mean, me, I just trying to make my opportunities count when I get the ball. Like me, when I get the ball, I think about going 80 every time. So it don't make me no difference. So who get the ball? So I mean, as long as I keep making my opportunities count, and when I get it, then that's gonna work. But I don't really need to get in the groove. Really, as long as I get the ball, I'm gonna make all my opportunities count.
Next will be Jake Rowe. Jake?
James, I wanted to ask you about the SEC championship game loss. What were your emotions after that game? We've heard from some of the other guys, but can you take me back to how you were feeling immediately when that game was over?
I mean, I knew we had another shot, so I wasn't really down on myself because, I knew we would get another chance. And when we came back to practice, everybody came to work, and we got that bad taste out of our mouth on Friday.
Next will be Christopher Heidel. Christopher?
Hey, James. Thanks for taking my question. And we talked earlier this year when you played against Kentucky. Good game on that one. Talk about against Alabama's running defense. They controlled Cincinnati so much on New Year's Eve. What do you guys have to do to get that running game established? Because they're pretty decent up front.
I mean, just stay physical like we've been doing all year. I mean, we got the guys up front too. I mean, we just got to stay physical like we've been doing all year and come to play.
All right, next will be Mike Griffith. Mike?
Hey, James, yeah, you've been making these sort of plays in practice since your freshman year. What's the difference between the James Cook we see now and the guy that all the other teammates were talking about your freshman year?
I mean, I really couldn't prove myself back then because I had a lot of guys in front of me. But now I just gotta let it loose because I'm older now, so and I know what to do. I'm experienced and I'm a vet, so I mean, I just kind of let it loose this year and then just work the whole offseason to get to this point now.
Next will be Zachary Braziler. Zachary?
James, you mentioned your brother. I mean, how much motivation is that? Growing up to have an older brother doing everything he's done, and he's obviously in the NFL doing everything you hope to do. How much has that been a motivational factor during your life?
I mean, that is a motivational factor, like just knowing that you got an older brother in the NFL, and that's some place you want to be someday. So, I mean, that just kind of made me want to work extra hard, just knowing I got an older brother in the league, and that's balling. So that play a big factor in it too.
Next will be Davis Baker. Davis?
Hey, James. Nolan talked a little bit earlier about leaving a legacy and potentially being a Georgia legend. Is that something that the team is embracing heading into this game?
Oh, yeah, no doubt. We just want to do something and be special that nobody can take away from us. and he'll be here for years. Like when we come back, they can bring up us and not the 1980 team. I mean, that's just special. Just winning the national championship here at Georgia.
All right, James, we thank you for your time today.